You won't believe this. Adil's entire life changed in just 30 seconds. He lost his job, his dream shattered, his hope collapsed. But in those very moments a stranger appeared. And with just one sentence, he turned Adil's destiny upside down. What was that sentence? If you find out, it might just change your life too. The story begins in a large, busy city in America. Tall buildings, the noise of traffic, people rushing forward at their own pace. And among these busy footsteps, a young man, Adil, is running toward his office, out of breath. In his heart, he kept repeating a single prayer. Oh God, don't let me be late today. I hope my boss doesn't get angry. But what Adil didn't know was that this small delay today was about to change his entire life. Adil had been working a meager job at a small company for several years. Every morning, the rush of the metro. At noon, a quickly eaten cheap burger. And in the evening, returning home with empty pockets. His life was trapped in a cycle. He harbored a dream in his heart, a passion for photography, a desire to capture life in pictures. But circumstances, necessities, and responsibilities, all of them had imprisoned his dream in a corner of his heart. One night, his friend said, Adil, you should think about yourself sometimes. You look exhausted. Adil just smiled and remained silent for a few moments, because the truth was, he really was exhausted. The next morning, the company called a meeting. The manager walked in with a list in his hand, a look of deep seriousness on his face. He spoke softly. The company is facing losses. We will have to let some employees go. A sudden silence fell over the room. Adil's heart started pounding. Names began to be called out one by one. And then, Adil. Everything seemed to stop. His steps faltered, his eyes welled up, and the file slipped from his hand and fell to the floor. He walked out of the office and sat on a bench. One question echoed in his heart. The job is gone. What will I do now? That night, there was a strange silence at home. A small room, dim light, a few unpaid bills lying on the table. Adil looked at himself in the mirror, and for the first time felt that perhaps he had truly lost. His heart heavy, he went and sat in a city park. A gentle breeze was blowing. The sounds of distant cars could be heard. But inside his heart, there was only loneliness. He felt that maybe everything was over now. Perhaps he truly was a failure. Just then, he heard a light rustling behind him. Adil turned to look. An old man, wearing a wool cap, holding a walking stick, a face full of kindness, as if carrying the experience of ages, stood there. The old man asked, Son, why are you sitting so sadly? Is everything all right? Adil's voice broke. Baba, elder, life is getting difficult. It feels like everything is finished. The old man said with a gentle smile. Finished. Courage is what runs out, my son, not life. The smallest thing a person possesses can also become a new beginning. Adil asked softly, But Baba, what should I start? What do I even have? The old man smiled, said one thing, and walked away. And that single sentence settled directly into Adil's heart. The next morning, Adil opened his closet and an old camera lay hidden inside, covered in dust. The same camera. That was once his dream. Adil picked up the camera, wiped off the dust, and his heart lit up as if for the first time in years. He said to himself, This is it. This is my first step. He stepped out into the city streets. Birds, the smile of the flower vendor, roads wet with rain. He captured the feeling in every picture. He started feeling life. Initially, no one liked his pictures. He posted them online. No likes. People said, These are ordinary pictures. What's special about them? His heart broke. But he remembered the old man. The first step is always the hardest. Adil did not give up. He went out every day, be it sun, rain, night, or morning. He kept searching for the beauty of the moments, And then one day, a large social media page reshared one of his pictures. The caption was, "Beauty in everyday life." Within a few hours, thousands of people were viewing the picture. Comments were pouring in. "These pictures speak to the soul. This photographer has a story." Adil's eyes became moist. He had received his first recognition after years. Now people started contacting him. Small photo shoots, profile pictures, restaurant photography. Slowly, his earnings began to increase. He set up a small studio, simple but bright. 2 lights, 1 background, and countless dreams in his heart. One day, the studio door opened, and the same old man walked in. Adil rushed to him, grabbed his hands and said with emotion, "Baba Ji, revered elder, you were right. Courage is never the end. Today I have my studio. Because of you." The old man smiled and said, "My son, I did not give you the path. I only reminded you that paths always exist. A person who walks never returns empty-handed from their destination." A deep sense of peace filled Adil's heart. In the end, Adil says, "I have learned that it doesn't matter if your pockets are empty, but the courage in your heart should never be empty. The start of every big dream begins with a small step, and the one who dares never truly loses." The lesson: courage is never the end. A small step can become the foundation of a great destination. Difficult times do not close paths. They create paths. Nothing without effort. Nothing without confidence.